My father's secret came to light in the worst possible moment. The lights went out halfway through my wedding, and the silence sounded like a shattered plate. The orchestra stopped, the projector froze on a photo of me, and a courier placed an envelope into my father's hands. I opened the notice, the corset tightening against my back, a lawsuit over the barbershop's debt, a loan guarantee under my name, and a mortgage on my mother's house, all signed with a forgery that mimicked the broken loop of my last name. At the contract's timestamp, I was on shift at the hospital. The registry traced back to his address. I went to the dressing room and called the bank. They confirmed the process had been completed from the barbershop's computer at 2 a.m, a Tuesday when I was stitching in the ER. I remember Claudia, my father's trusted accountant, and searched my emails for traces of my old college fund. It had been dripping month by month into Servicio Rivera y Asociados. That same day, I received a message from an unknown number thanking me for keeping the house on the other street afloat. And the geography I had refused to picture unfolded without permission. Back in the hall, I saw my mother gripping a chair as if the roof depended on it. My aunts mumbled apologies, my cousins hunted for drama, and my fiancé promised he'd stay, even though the dress and flowers were already wreckage from a shipwreck. I took the key to my mother's document box, gathered my old signatures, and compared every stroke. I assembled a dossier with screenshots and dates, printed access logs, and photographed registry stamps. I slept with the dress hanging from a lamp, and my future reduced to folders. At dawn, I took everything to the police and requested protective measures. I didn't suspend love. I suspended the contract that would have tied my name to deceit. My father brought coffee, my mother signed with me, and I signed without trembling. Claudia called, offering an agreement to regularize. I read it. I would take over the payment plan and withdraw the complaint. I answered with my own papers, an expert analysis showing the copied signature, proof of my work shifts, and the nullification of the loan guarantee. That same day, I lifted the barbershop shutter before opening hours. The apprentice lowered his eyes and spoke of late nights with the lights on, of the printer coughing out contracts. My father came from the back, his shirt wrinkled. There was no scene. I laid out the documents on the counter, pointed at the dates, and informed him that my mother's house was now protected and the bank would review every signature. He tied his apron with a mechanical gesture of someone trying to keep working while the water rises over the tiles. The next 2 weeks were surgical. The bank canceled the guarantee, the court lifted the hidden mortgage, the police took the apprentice's statement, and the accountant resigned. The woman from the other street surrendered the apartment. The barbershop continued under a new payment plan, one that no longer included me. My father stopped calling. My mother slept again without the house key in her fist. I returned to the ER, my hands steady on the outside, the tremor slower inside, knowing I had sealed the main fracture. We celebrated later. No invitations, no dress. We opened my apartment's balcony, played music from an old speaker, and toasted with mismatched glasses. There were no perfect photos or dance floor, but there was light that didn't depend on any switch. My father's secret collapsed at the worst possible moment and left a scar that no longer bleeds. I didn't recover the day the hall went dark. I gained something far stronger, to move forward with the people who stayed, and with my own name finally at peace in my hands.